This is a typical fibromyalgia story. A person develops diffuse pain and crushing fatigue. They move from doctor to doctor, but every test comes back normal. And eventually, they're told it's anxiety or depression. Both can be real, but they usually come after years of pain, not before. Consequences too are real: delayed care, higher costs, and loss of trust. Fibromyalgia affects 2 to 4% of adults, yet there is still no objective test. On average, diagnosis takes 5 years. That wait is what we're here to shorten. Our first product is the SomaBiome test. It is an AI-guided test that helps clinicians recognize fibromyalgia earlier. Within 5 days, not 5 years, they receive a likelihood score, a confidence level, and a short interpretation. It does not make the diagnosis, the clinician does, but we give them something objective to work with. The test is built on a strong chain of evidence. Our group was the first to show that fibromyalgia patients had a distinct and measurable microbiome signal. That signal led to blood markers that could classify patients with performance over 90%. Last year, we showed that fibromyalgia microbiome induced pain-like behavior in mice, and a healthy microbiota reversed it. Now we move into a funded AI study in chronic pain. 600 subjects, 2 sites, sequencing is underway. I built the AI engine behind this work, and I've spent more than a decade applying machine learning to microbiome data, including with NASA GeneLab. Nicholas Burton leads the microbiology, and Dr. Amir Munerbi and Dr. Yoram Shir lead the clinical validation across 2 pain centers. That gives SomaBiome the model, the biology, and the clinical sites to build the test. Once a clinician orders the SomaBiome test, the workflow is simple. The pain clinic collects the stool sample, a partner lab processes it, SomaBiome returns a report to support the clinician's assessment. When diagnosis takes 5 years, the biggest need is earlier recognition. But for SomaBiome, the first barrier is earning trust. So we don't start in primary care yet. We start in pain clinics where specialists can validate the SomaBiome test in their own setting, using their own patients. McGill is first, 5 Canadian pain clinics are next. That is the strategy. First, we build trust, then we move earlier in care. The first site does not pay upfront. The pilot funds the work. After that, clinic can order the SomaBiome test on a fee-for-service basis at $500 per test. Reimbursement will come later once we have utility evidence. The real test is not whether the workflow can run. It can. The real test is repeat use by independent specialists. Do they order the test? Do they use the report? Do they order it again? These are the essential adoption questions we need to answer. If the answer is yes, then adding sites is straightforward. No new equipment, just the same clinic to lab to report workflow. Our ask is $250,000 to run the pilot. Success means clinical use, clean delivery, and strong enough evidence to take SomaBiome to the next site. At 10 to 15 tests a month, each active clinic represents $60,000 to $90,000 a year. At 20 active sites, this becomes a real business. But behind each test is one more patient who finally gets a first answer. Not in 5 years, 5 days.